Is it sane? Is it possible? Still I ask myself, are we in our game? It's not logical, but you contemplate, are we am I?
Cut fighting for love. Can I just cut it off? Can I just say that we're about to have kickoff here momentarily, and there's no more time for fighting for love. It is Canada versus Qatar. I don't know whether you're calling it Qatar or if you're calling it Qatar. Sorry, if I'm looking up a lot. One screen on top of me is actually up, so that's actually where I gotta look for a lot of the action here. We are underway. That is the opening kickoff. The time is, in fact, going up for the big soccer tournament that we can't name here. The big soccer tournament that is going on in front of us. I'm excited for this stream because I think out of everybody at SDPN, I might know the minutiae of soccer the least. Oh, here's a chance. What are we doing with this one? Oh, a cross! Can't finish. Qatar first chance here. Oh my goodness, that's dangerous for Canada. Thank goodness that was out of play. I think out of everybody at SDPN, I probably know the least about the details of soccer. Actually, Steve would probably be the least, if I'm being honest here. Steve's probably the least. Adam probably is the most knowledgeable. Out of the three of us on the SDP, Justin Fisher, who's in the chat, probably the most knowledgeable about footy amongst anyone here at the company. Is Hayden a big soccer person? Producer Hayden? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how big of a soccer fan Hayden is. Oh, Canada with a try of a cross. They can't get that through, but they maintain possessions going back all the way to their goalkeeper. I gotta fix this time. It's a little behind here. Can I add time? No, it's okay. It's okay. We'll add time after. The people are really bummed out about the hydration breaks. That ball's out of play. You're gonna have a throw in here by Canada. They're saying that the Americans Americanized soccer by making it 4 quarters just like football, which I think is hilarious. Hilarious conversation that's been going on amongst the hydration breaks that this World Cup has implemented. Here's a cross here for Canada. Can't complete it. Looks like it's going to go over Ahmed's head. Oh, but he's going to save it. Keep it in bounds here. Let's see if Ahmed can do something. He's dancing. I think he passes to Jonathan David. He has David there trying to look for something. Can't get it. That ball's going to go out of play here. Qatar ball. Other way. Shout out Joanne. Shout out Joanne in the chat saying, oh, snap. Didn't know you were doing this. Woo, the sultry tones of Jesse Blake on a gray Thursday evening. Yes, it has indeed been a rainy Toronto week here locally. If you saw the Ghana-Panama game last night, those Ghana fans were celebrating in the rain. Thank goodness the rain came. The rain came to cool them down. Robert, who's hanging out too in the chat. Robert, how big of a soccer fan are you? Oh, chance for Canada. They're taken down in the box. No call. Looks like they got the NHL referees to ref this game. No call for that takedown in the box. Didn't love that. Thought that could have been a penalty shot because that would have been a takedown in the box, right? Alistair Johnston. I wish I could do a British accent right now. These are the moments in my life where I wish I had a British accent. Alistair Johnston. Pass to Ahmed. Canada shot the ball out of play. Here's the ref view of that. Oh, no, they didn't complete the ref view. They didn't complete the ref view of the takedown there. Robert Malloy with his soccer knowledge. He says, don't kick each other. That's all I got. I respect that. I respect that. There's this handy dandy match feature, live match tracker that is on the Sports Illustrated site that I wanted to bring up because I think it's cool to watch along with this. Let me see if I can make it a little bigger for you here too. So I'm going to do this live with you right now. So if we do this, we could kind of watch the game together. Look, Qatar's attacking. The ball's going. This thing, it's so live that's a little ahead of my clock, but it's kind of in sync with my TV. It's actually a little ahead of my TV. Oh, no, it's pretty in sync because there's Canada attacking. Oh, good slide tackle by the Qatar player, but Canada's still going to maintain possession there. Alistair Johnston, Ahmed slips there. Can't get that ball, but they maintain possession. They're passing it around here. Johnston again. He's going to hit it off of the Qatar player, and we got our first corner of this game. Woo! Let's see if Canada can do something here off of this corner. Okay, so everybody's setting up here. First big chance for Canada here, I'd say. Because they've been decent at the corners. Like, they were kind of dangerous against Bosnia. Ahmed's going to take this corner. Fires it into the box. It is headed away by the Qatari defender. But Ahmed gets it back. He shoots it across. That's a big save. Oh, what a shot. Jonathan David out of midair. Great cross by Ahmed. David couldn't beat the Qatari goaltender there. Great save. Great try there for Canada. This is what Canada needs. This is what Canada needs. Because this is a must-win game in my eyes. Because Switzerland looks really good. They beat up on Bosnia 4-1. And you're not gonna... Like, you can't go into that game expecting a victory. Like, the best case scenario is a draw, I think, against Switzerland. So this is the game you have to get especially because you had a draw against Bosnia. So you need this one here. And, like, I don't think a draw is good enough. I think they need to win this game outright and collect all the points here. Qatar's not going to be easy to take down, though. Oh, David, great placement of that ball. Bottom left corner from his view. Great opportunity there for Canada. Antonio in the chat says, supporting Canada here from Portugal. Let's go, boys. This has to be your first win. That is what we are looking for, actually. We are looking for history here. The first ever win in Canadian men's soccer history at the World Cup. They picked up their first point ever in the first game against Bosnia. And now they're looking for their first win ever in team history. The Qatar player goes down really easy, and he looks like he has just been shot, but it's a yellow. Oh, wow. I didn't think that was worthy of a yellow. He barely touched him. Oh. The ref there's given Derek Cornelius a yellow. Canadian defender not happy with that one, and he shouldn't be. So we're going to run a set piece here for Qatar. Let's see what they can do. Hey, we got a Sports Talk Chud super chat. Let's play some air horns for the first time today. That's a bad yellow card. Sports Talk Chud, I will get to your super chat right after this opportunity for Qatar here. It goes off of Canada and it's out. That is a corner kick for Qatar coming up. Okay, here we go. Sports Talk Chud says, now that the bunch of jerks are cup champs, how does that affect the philosophy of NHL front offices? I think this makes analytics mainstream in the NHL. A lot of NHL front offices don't like the Carolina Hurricanes because they are outsiders. Here's the corner by Qatar that's going to be cleared by Canada. Well done. Ooh, and we're going for a run here? No. Qatar's going to get this ball back to their goalie. Their goaltender. A lot of NHL front offices don't like the Carolina Hurricanes front office because they are outsiders. Eric Tulsky, Tyler Dello, all of the analytics nerds over there. Other NHL people don't like them. So I can see there being a resistance to following what they're doing. And that's just more power to the Hurricanes. Because what they do is truly unique. And I don't think the takeaway is all analytics. If you're a smart team right now, the takeaway is that Carolina has the perfect mix. You would never say Rod Brind'Amour is an analytically focused head coach. Rod Brind'Amour is a cardio merchant head coach. He is you outwork your opponent head coach. He is all about that grit and tenacity that you need to win puck battles and maintain possession, and those lend to great analytics as well. It's a perfect blend. That's why they're the best team in the league this year. That's why they're Stanley Cup champions. That's why for year in and year out, they're in the conference finals. They're competing for the cup, and there is just no give in Carolina right now. If you're another NHL team, you're like, that's an impossible thing to build just off the bat. That takes an organizational philosophy that you have to develop over decades, and it takes special people like Rod Brind'Amour, who only wants to coach the Carolina Hurricanes and would rather be coaching AAA midget hockey in Carolina than be coaching for another NHL team. And then it takes a unique person like Eric Tulsky, who is a data scientist coming from another industry. You can't recreate what the Hurricanes are. They're so special. They're so special, and they deserve everything about this run that they had this year. Rant about Hurricanes over. You can win a Carolina Hurricanes championship hoodie. We got 2 of those to give away. We also got a t-shirt to give away as well. Enter in the description below in the description. Enter your information there. I'm going to announce the winner in the second half of the Carolina Hurricanes championship merch. You can win that today. I haven't mentioned that all stream yet. Thank you for reminding me by asking the Carolina Hurricanes super chat. Here's a little of the live match tracker here. The momentum that they have on the screen. So you can see the momentum shift to Qatar when they had that free, not free kick. Well, yeah, the free kick too, because of that yellow card, and the corner kick as well. Those are those lines for Qatar. But the momentum is switching back over to Canada here as they try and attack in their black uniforms, which I am not the biggest fan of. Oh, we got super chats coming in. We got super chats coming in. Coming in. Canada. Oh, that's a good steal by Qatar, but they can't make anything of it. Canada's going to maintain possession. Cornelius is going to get it. Going to pass it over. Cornelius, the one with the yellow card. All right, so there's passing it over to Johnston. Oh, nice little give and go there, but it doesn't work. Looked nice. Didn't work. Canada's trying to attack here. They're doing a really good job. Now, he brought him down. Okay, Holman brought down the Canadian there, Buchanan, and no yellow card, but a free kick here for Canada. They're going to run a little piece here. Denise and Jared, I got to get to your super chats here in uno momento, but we have an opportunity for Team Canada here, even though they are in an awkward spot. I don't love it. We'll see what we can do here. This is the first. We had that corner before, so I guess second really dangerous opportunity for Canada. They're going to try and cross this thing over. And let's see what... Okay, they're still delaying. Okay, there's the whistle. Let's go. Ahmed to the box. Nothing doing, but there's a kick of a loose ball, and it goes off a Qatar player. They're able to save it from going out. No corner for Canada. David is pressuring, and yes! Canada is going to get a corner out of that. Great job by David. Pressuring the ball there, forcing that corner. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Denise Campbell says, I've heard the King of Denmark sent congrats on winning Lord Stanley and can't wait to meet them during the summer. Pretty cool. Thank you for your super chat, Denise. Denise is always hanging out here in the chat. We love Denise. Ahmed here is going to take this corner for Canada. Sends it to the box. Not a good corner. Ugly stuff. I didn't like that. Qatar is able to clear it, but Canada maintains possession here. They're going to run something here. Ahmed and Johnston working back and forth as they've been doing all match. There's a cross in the box. Another save. That's a goal for Canada. They follow up on the rebound. Play Olay. It is 1-0 Canada. Olay didn't play. That's okay. Let's go. Canada opens the scoring there. 1-0. That is a goal on the board. That is fantastic stuff. Can I get Olay? No, Olay. That's all right. What do I have to play? Home run. Yeah, we're playing the home run Blue Jays button. Canada goal. We'll celebrate with the home run Blue Jays button. Canada opens the scoring there. The referee view is beautiful. That was a great play to follow up on that rebound. Is that Jesse Marsh just hands up screaming? Well done. So that is Kyle Laren, 16 minutes into the match. And my clock's way off. 16 minutes. Yeah, the clock malfunctioned and it stopped, so we got to reset it at some point. Kyle Laren coming up huge for Canada there. I got to stop the clock here. I'll close this one. Okay. Home run, Canada. Oh, Olay doesn't work. I tried it one more time to play Olay, and that is so sad. Let me see if I can find it. I'm just searching for Olay. Now, soccer celebration party. Can we do that one? What if we played that? Hey! You guys got that? Let's go. Okay, that's all I wanted. That is all I wanted for Canada's opening goal. Fantastic stuff here. Very happy that Canada could open the scoring. This is, as I said, this is a huge match for them. They'll need to win this game if they want to finish high here in the group stage. We got the clock synced up. 19:08 on the board. And let me get back to your super chats. Insider J Money says, as a Leafs fan, Jim Hiller, best hire possible. Stop trolling me, Insider J Money, the Philadelphia Flyers fan. You cannot troll me. Next up, the other super chat that I missed. Jared says, does Canada have its own broadcast or is it Fox? We get our own broadcast up here for the Canada games. And we also have the international broadcasts when they air the other matches on TSN that they don't produce in-house. So we actually don't have the Fox one. You can watch the Fox one if you have Fox, like on cable and stuff. You can just switch over to the Fox broadcast if you really wanted to watch the Fox broadcast. But right now, I'm not watching the Fox one. We got one here for Canada and the international feed for the other matches. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it very much. Okay. Another chance here for Canada. There could not have been a better start here for Canada. This is exactly what you want. This is exactly what you need for a game against Qatar. Let's see what they can do with this one. Kick into the box. Header. Ahmed can't find anybody to hit that one home. I believe that was Cornelius who got his head on it. Alphonso Davies off in the sidelines, not starting in this one. Jesse Marsh did tease that he could be available today, but I don't think we see Alphonso Davies in this match, if I'm being perfectly honest here. So Robert, before we start talking about hockey, yes, you can watch on CTV or TSN. Totally. One thing I did want to point out that Robert Griffin says before we talk about hockey. Robert Griffin says, love that March awarded Laren with the start after the clutch tying goal last game. Yeah, Kyle Laren coming up huge for Canada both times. I think a lot of people had lineup issues with what Marsh decided to go with in the Bosnia game. But there's no complaints right now. You know, you're up, you're winning. What are you going to complain about? But a lot of the subs in the second half of that game, when they used all 5 subs, and I thought maybe it's just because, you know, fresher legs come out, but a lot of those guys looked a lot better. Like, they looked like such a better team in the second half. And I don't know, maybe it's because you get a bunch of fresh legs in there, and just the fresher legs will always look better than the guys who were running around all for the first half. But their legs, the guys in the first half were fresh. Like, you know, like they were fresh coming out. So what is their excuse? So we'll see how this game goes and what decisions it'll lead Marsh to make against Switzerland, and then hopefully in the knockout stage when Canada makes it there. Wes Richard, who is always hanging out with us. Wes Richard says, I've gifted 5 SDP VIP memberships to the chat. So if you have received a membership from Wes Richard, please thank Wes for that gifted membership. SDP VIP is an extra episode of the Steve Dangle podcast that you get every single week. It's the episode of the week where we talk about non-hockey stuff. And now, if you're an SDP VIP member, you will have access to that SDP VIP episode every single week. You can subscribe, or you can just get gifted one in these chats. We also have a gift to give out to you. 3 individuals in this chat will win. Canada gets stopped there by Qatar on their charge. Oh, they get the ball back. Nice little play there. Oh, Ahmed looking for that pass. Just goes out of play. It's going to be a goal kick. Goal kick here by Qatar. Hydration break, everybody. Time to start booing. We got a hydration break. All right. What do? We hang out. That's what we do. What was I saying? Oh, yes. In the chat, enter. You can win Carolina Hurricanes championship merch. We got a bunch from Fanatics, and Fanatics wants to give it to you through us. So enter there. You can win a hoodie. You can win a t-shirt. You can win another hoodie. Enter there. Even if you're not a Carolina Hurricanes fan, it is just a cool hoodie to own. Rep the Hurricanes. They deserve this championship. Go out and celebrate the Hurricanes and their championship. So let's talk about these ridiculous hydration breaks, because they make sense when you're playing in Florida, Miami, you're playing at where the Dolphins play, and it's 40 degrees outside. You can't run around for 2 hours. I get it. You want to give these guys a break. So you split this thing up into quarters, you have your hydration break, and you get back to the match. But when it's Canada, and it's like, yesterday it was raining. I was talking to Julian about this morning because the CJ show recorded in Toronto. Julian was at the game with Ghana and Panama. It was raining and 18 degrees outside. The guys didn't need a hydration break. I think the hydration breaks should be subjective. It's ridiculous. Make subjective hydration breaks. You also shouldn't have them in stadiums that have a roof. Like, they were playing a game at SoFi Stadium. SoFi in LA has a roof. It is air conditioned. There is no reason to have a hydration break in an indoor stadium. So, I'm not a fan. They just want to do commercials. They just want to hammer more commercials, get more ad inventory because it's the World Cup and they're going to make a bunch of money, and it's a giant money grab. And I don't like when my money's being grabbed. They're showing Kyle Larin there. Kyle Larin, I think, is the official all-time leading goal scorer. Okay, SoFi is an AC. Well, it's fine. It's not hot. They play football there all the time. They play everything there. It's fine. It's not hot. Anyways, I was saying Kyle Larin is, I believe, now the official all-time leading goal scorer for Canada at the World Cup with his 2 goals. Jared says, I don't mind the breaks. I mind the ads. 2022, no ads. It's an ad break. That's what we're doing. We're doing ad breaks, which is, as somebody who works at a company that is dependent on ad breaks, you probably just saw one on YouTube. Who am I to judge? Sitting here being a hypocrite. All right, Canada here. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, Jared. Air horns for you. Canada. Oh, there's a challenge there. We're going to have free kick for Canada. Canadian player was taken down there. Oh, yeah, that's a bad tackle. Alistair there. Canada's going to try and set something up. They're moving in formation. Anybody else watch the Portugal match and see how bad Christian... Oh, my goodness! What a play! No way! Oh, my goodness! Jonathan David, are you serious? Out of midair. Off the boot, back to the boot. Into the back of the net. Jonathan David puts Canada up 2-0. 29 minutes in. Oh my goodness, this goal. It looks like it's going to be onside. No VAR to call this thing back. Yes, we will get the Dancing Animal squad out here. My goodness. Let's get that second goal on the board there for Canada. What a play. That came out of nowhere. David. Oh. Canada is cooking here. Larin and David, 2 goals for Canada on the board. We got Wes Richard gifting 5 SDP VIP memberships. Thank you, Wes. I want to see that. I want to see that goal again. Oh my goodness. What a strike by David. Can we get some likes on the stream for that strike? Can we get some likes on that, on this stream for that strike? I want more. I want more. Why stop now? Why stop now? No reason. Oh, here's another chance. Take down in the box. Call it. Call it. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Yellow card. Opportunity here for Canada to go up 3 in 30 minutes. I cannot believe it. Yeah, Buchanan was all alone. Had that opportunity. Riddick says, mostly here for Jesse's enthusiasm. Thank you. I will be enthusiastic about this thing because Canada is sitting in the driver's seat for their first ever World Cup win. Buchanan taken down in the little bigger box. Not the little box, the bigger box. Yeah, the definitely contact by the Qatar player. Jesse Marsh is going crazy. What is that? What is this? What is this move, Mr. Marsh? He is Wrestling Gift says Jesse Marsh losing his mind. Yeah, what the hell was that? Oh, VAR check of the penalty. Oh. Oh, red card! Red card, get out of here! Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Let's go. Wow. So no penalty. Red card. No penalty shot. So Qatar's got a red card. Let me see if I can do this. Boom! We got the red card graphics. So the ref's doing this thing. Sorry, I was doing this thing. And because the ref was doing this at me. So I was doing it back at you. He was explaining they did the VAR check on Holman. And they decided to upgrade his yellow to a red. So we got the red card on the screen. And let me see that. Red. So red card there for Qatar. And then we are going to have not a penalty kick, but a free kick in the bigger box for Canada here. Let's see what they can do with it. It is a bit of a soft red, but the refs are setting a tone here. The refs are picking what they want to do. They're saying you're not getting anything away with anything today. Canada got a soft yellow. Qatar gets a soft red. Soft calls all day. Let's see what Canada can do with this kick here. A lot of machinations going on. All right. Shot here from just outside the bigger box. There's a kick that goes high. Cornelius takes it. That was a waste of time. No, it was Ahmed who kicked that just way over the net. All that Holman and humming for Holman to get kicked out of this game. All right, red on the board for Qatar. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I would love to see Canada here put up a couple more. You know, just keep piling on. Don't play it safe. Just keep piling on the goals. That'd be fun because goal differential is a thing. And Switzerland won 4-1 against Bosnia, so that could come into play if Canada is able to pull off a miracle against Switzerland. And, well, if they pull off a miracle against Switzerland, they will win the group anyways. But Canada could come into play with, let me see. So if they, let's say Qatar runs up the score on Bosnia when Qatar plays Bosnia and Canada loses outright to Switzerland, then they'd both be 1-1-1, and then goal differential would come into play there, I believe. Yeah, I think my math serves me correct there. Antonio says, not soft, automatic red because Canadian player is alone on goal. If in the box, it's yellow because of a double jeopardy rule, kind of, you know what I mean. If outside the box, automatic red. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, if we don't want to call it a soft red, we can call it a fair red. Go Canada. Let's go. Jared with the super chat. What do you think of the Whitecaps relocating? That's a saga I've been low-key following for a little bit. No, I shouldn't say following, but I kept on it, updated on it when the story broke about how much money the owners there say they are losing in trying to keep the Whitecaps there, because there's a lot of issues going on with the city of BC or the province of BC and their ownership of the stadium that they're currently playing this soccer match in, and that the Whitecaps complain about how they can't make money as a franchise because of the costs it takes to. Oh, here's a chance in the box! Oh, no! Oh! The Canadian slips in the box. Is that Buchanan who just slips in the box with an open net? Just can't get a solid foot on it. Oh, Buchanan just hits a patch of grass, or at least is just trying to go for it and just can't get a foot on it. And the only person in front of the goal was a Qatari defender just standing on the line. And Canada can't put their third goal of the half in the back of the net. They're pressuring the goalie here. Oh, that was a good little play there. There's a takedown there. And it's going to be a free kick for Qatar. There you go. Oh, almost. Almost. Ridic says, slipped with the open net. Oh, I didn't know McKinnon was playing. Hey, McKinnon didn't slip, really. Well, when McKinnon's got a Team Canada jersey on, he doesn't slip. He just misses the wide open net. So, yeah. I don't want to talk about that. I got the jersey over here. That's the Olympic jersey there. Oh, he did just slip. They're showing the replay here. He did definitely slip. Like, it wasn't like him stretching for the pass because he needed to. Buchanan just lost his footing there. Oh, you're gonna remember that for the rest of your life. You had the opportunity to score a World Cup goal. I feel so bad for him. Like, that's your chance to score a World Cup goal. It's never been easier, and you're on your rear end. Canada, though, getting this one back. There's a good shot that's going to go over the net. David with a shot. Oh, it was deflected here. So Canada's going to get a corner. Canada corner. Good shot by David. Good try there. Team is buzzing. Team is buzzing indeed. Wrestling gifts. Our Vizoni says, has Canada ever scored 3 goals in a World Cup game? No. They've actually never scored 2 goals. I believe this is the first time ever in Team Canada history. Can I call them club? They're not a club, right? I can't say club history. Team Canada history. Program history. Hey, there we go. That's the word I'm looking for. In program history, that they've ever scored 2 goals. They've never won a match at the World Cup. Their first ever point hit the World Cup came last match against Bosnia, tying the game there. So, yeah. This is we could be watching history together. I don't want to get into it. We got to save it for the 90th minute. Okay? There's a long half to go. This is only the first. There's a whole second one. Let's not start talking about the history of this match. That's what's at stake, but we can't guarantee it yet. I don't think they should park the bus. I don't think they should park the bus here and just sit back. I'd like to see one more goal so we can start celebrating. Because I think this is a team you can attack. Like, seeing how things are going, I don't think Canada should be scared of this Qatar team. Especially with that red card now. Like, what do you got to lose? Go after it. Go after it, guys. I don't know how to say your name. Tori Kayuya. Tori Kayuya says, I don't know how you haven't ranted about Vladdy's lack of home runs this year. It's been a disappointing year for Vladdy at the plate because you don't want Vladdy to become a great on-base singles hitter. And that's what he's been for the majority of this season. The power has really disappeared. And to be fair to Vladdy, he has started this way several times in his career. And at some point in the season, Canada's attacking here. That ball is going to go off a Qatar defender and out of play. Canada's going to get this corner. To be fair to Vladdy, he has started this way a couple times in his career and has found a way to get it going each and every time. So our expectation should be that Vladdy will work out of his slump. I shouldn't even call it a slump, just his lack of power. So I'm willing to wait. It's a long season. It's still a long season. It's almost July. It's almost July, people. Here comes the corner for Canada. They're going to try something. Vistacchio into the box. Taken down in the box. No call. No call from the referee. They're going to let Cornelius writher in pain. And everybody's yelling at the referee. What is this? You guys, let's get back to... Oh, my goodness. Okay, he does kick the back of Cornelius's leg. Cornelius needs to get up eventually. I think he'll be fine. Let's start playing soccer, fellas. Let's start playing soccer. There we go. We're playing on Canada ball. There we go. Sports Talk Chud says, are we sure in an improved Atlantic, in an older roster, that the Panthers are still cup contenders? And would Hellebuck help them in the playoffs? Hellebuck would be the perfect pickup for the Panthers to replace Bob. Ooh, here's another chance for Canada. Oh, back to the box, but cleared by Qatar there. Canada, good opportunities all half long. Not able to do anything there. Hellebuck would be the perfect Panther to fill in for what they're going to lose in Bob, because it looks like Bob's going to walk to free agency, and the Panthers, part of their franchise, is being built on a franchise-level goaltender, and that was Bob, and now it can be Hellebuck. So we'll see if they have the cap room to do it. They just don't have the assets to send to Winnipeg. That's why I don't think they are the destination for Hellebuck. I think Hellebuck's going to be on the move very soon, but I don't see it being Florida because I don't know what Winnipeg would want from Florida, if I'm being perfectly honest. I don't think Florida would sell off their championship roster to bring in Hellebuck. Let me fix this clock here for you. Add a couple minutes because we are at the 45-minute mark. We have stoppage time of 6 minutes. Let me see if I show this stoppage. Oh, +6! Look at us have scoreboard technology with graphics and stuff. We have another super chat here. Air horns for the super chat. G-Day Atkinson, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you tuning in from Great Britain, I believe. The Great Britain super chat says, it's arguable even if the foul was in the box, it would still be a red because double jeopardy applies. IFAB Law 12, which requires a genuine attempt to play the ball. And that was just a shove. Football. Yeah, no, you're very right about the application of the rule there. I don't think any Qatar fan should be upset at the ruling of the red card there. When you look at everything. Oh, here's a good cross and a header and almost another goal by Canada, inches away from that header landing on the head of another Canadian and into the back of the net. Very close there for Canada. My goodness. They are piling on here. Buchanan here trying to dance. Ooh, couple of nifty moves. Passes it to the middle of the box. David goes down in a heap. I think he's got to get up here because Canada's going to get this ball. Cornelius is going to bring it up. Everybody. No, he's still down in the box. So he's way offside. Qatar is coming back to him. So now he is onside. Thank goodness. That little sequence there was funny, but here's a shot for Canada, and that one's in the back again. Is that one counting? Yep. That's another goal for Canada. On a scramble in front, Canada nets their third goal of the half. I asked them to keep piling on, and they have not stopped piling on. Hat trick, Canada. Throw your hats if you got them. Throw them out. We have a natural hat trick in the hockey country. But this time it's on the pitch. A team hat trick. 3 goals there for Canada. Beautiful follow-up by David. His second goal of the match. He did not quit when that Qatar defender tried to take him down. He got his boot on the ball, and the ball went to the back of the net. What a start here for Canada. Unbelievable. David with 2, Laren with 1, 3-0. In the greatest World Cup match that Canada has ever played in the history of this country. That's fact. That's facts. Wow. If we park the bus now, I'm good. If we don't score another goal, I'm good. There's still pressure in here. We're 4 minutes into the 6 minutes. Alistair Johnston shot on goal. That's cleared by the Qatar netminder. Super chat here from Denise. Shout out Denise again. Denise has been wondering if Vladdy's issues have to do with Mattingly being in Philly. Don Mattingly was such a special whisperer to this Blue Jays team. Thank you for the super chat again, Denise. That I think they miss him a little. Like, how can you not? I think he was a huge presence in that clubhouse, in that dugout. That I think him being gone has a little bit of an effect on this team, for sure. Super chat here from JD Atkinson says, when you're supported Newcastle United as long as I have, you learn the laws because we get the equivalent of Wes Macaulay every week. Go Commonwealth, go. Is that a thing that happens? Thank you for the super chat. JD Atkinson hanging out here this evening. It's a different time there for you. Wesley McAllister with the $1 chat. Thank you. I'm going to play some confetti for you. Jared is correct. Human rights for the win. That's one hell of a super chat. Guys, I messed up my super chat, says Wesley McAllister. Yeah, there was no words there. It was just $1, it said. You didn't really type anything, Wesley. Steve Dangle! Oh, my goodness, Steve Dangle in the chat celebrating a hat trick for Canada with 50 super chats! 50 super chats! That deserves an ole. We are at half. Canada just played the greatest half in Canadian men's soccer history at the World Cup. Steve Dangle capped it all off with 50 super chats. It is 3-0 for the good guys. Dang, Stove Dingle. Dang. A lot of you in the chat are now members of SDP VIP. That means you get an extra episode of the Steve Dangle podcast every single week. That's where we talk about non-hockey stuff, and you now have access to it. You also have access to the catalog. So you can go back and watch every episode of SDP VIP. Binge it this weekend, please. There are some gems in our catalog. Go watch them. They're really good episodes. Steve Dangle with the message. Massive thanks to you all for spending your time with us watching the greatest World Cup game in Canadian history. Thank you, Steven. Thank you. That is the end of the first half. You have limited time available to enter our contest for a Carolina Hurricanes championship hoodie. We're giving away 2 of those, plus a Carolina Hurricanes championship t-shirt. Hit the link in the chat right now to enter that contest. I'm going to announce the winner of the contest in the second half. 3 winners, actually, because we have 3 items there. More gifted memberships are hitting the chat. This time, Heather, the Avs fan, gives 20. Oh, my goodness. 20 SDP VIP memberships. Thank you, Heather. For Heather, we will bring out the Dancing Animal Squad. A little confetti as well. Don't forget to hit subscribe. There is the Dancing Snail. And here is a Crab People button.
Crab people, crab.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, I'm going to play a clip for you from the Steve Dangle podcast. Us talking about Matthew Nyes. Matthew Nyes talk. Is he going to be traded? I'm going to play that for intermission, for halftime here. Halftime here. I'm going to come back for the second half, and we're going to celebrate. Hopefully, I'm not even going to say it. Here's the intermission clip, and then I'll be back at the second half.
I want people to be aware, because it's gotten lost in the shuffle too, that the other major card the Leafs have to play on the trade market is Matthew Nyes. And it is real and it is legitimate that he could be traded. And you know, the reality is everything we're hearing is that they are talking. I don't know who they're talking to specifically, but they are.
Oh, man.
And so, you know, if you thought Joseph Wool was hard to swallow, oh my God.
Well, the word that keeps getting thrown around is analytics. And I have terrible news. His are awful.
Yeah, no one talks about that.
They're awful.
His analytics are actually
I'm willing
not
to
great.
look past them because of all the other stuff he does, because of how young he is.
And Berube's system, maybe?
How big he is, and the team stunk.
Yeah.
I think the worst thing you can do is look too deeply into individual performances on last year's team.
I agree, because everybody underperformed.
This happens all the time. Or like you look at, oh yeah, this guy was like the 12th forward on the President's Trophy winner. Like, yeah, his numbers are good. This guy was the 8th defenseman on the Stanley Cup. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I look at Nyes in a season where I don't know how healthy he was throughout.
Mm-hmm.
He pinged all around the lineup. Still put up points.
Yep.
But was he outscoring the opponent? This is the problem. But sorry, I'm getting away from the original point. This team is all analytics all the time. We know enough about the new regime now that you should believe them.
Mm-hmm.
And his numbers are awful. I think they're going to trade this player. And I think we're all going to hate it a whole big bunch.
Now they might get a good return, Steve. Might even be great.
I tell you what I am not interested in for my mental health and heart.
Mm-hmm.
Keith Pelly kept talking about Sabres prospects and Habs prospects.
Hagee.
I think trading Matthew Nyes within the division is an act of insanity.
Because the team that was most interested was the Montreal Canadiens.
If you trade Matthew Nyes to the Montreal Canadiens, you might as well fold the franchise. Like, that's ridiculous.
You're going to trade an actual Humvee to your most historic rival to run you over for the next 15 years.
No, that's a disaster.
You've lost your mind. You've lost your entire mind.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. No, I don't want to trade him at all, let alone
to Jeff Gorton. Are you out of your mind?
You gotta be smarter.
Jeff Gorton, if he calls, I'm hanging up. He's a very nice guy.
Yeah.
Watch the interview we did with him on Agent Provocateur. Dude, he was the one that created the Boston Bruins dynasty. Marchand, Chara, and Bergeron was coming on. Who else was it? Lucic was involved with that. He did it all in like a 4-month period, and they're like, thanks, but we'd prefer Peter Chiarelli. And then he built the Rangers. And when he left the Rangers, they fell off a fucking cliff.
Yep.
And now he's built the Canadians. You don't do deals with Jeff Gorton.
Yeah.
You do not pick up his call.
I'll say we've talked about this before with Nyes. If he were to go to Montreal, I still don't think he cures what ails them. But
yeah, it's weird that they wouldn't get a center with whatever assets.
Yeah,
but
he's a great player.
But the other thing is, whatever he is, Matthew Nyes, whether you ignore the analytics or you accept them full, I think there's a little balance, right? I think he is somebody that basically nobody has.
Seems to really embrace being a Leaf.
Yeah, loves being a Leaf. Mm-hmm. Is making pretty solid money for what he brings, and he was injured most of last year.
Or playing hurt,
and also playing in a shit system. Right? Still almost a point a game player playing in a shit system. Okay. And like literally incompetent system. And he has no trade protection. He is the thing that if you're trying to rebuild the blue line, this is the guy.
Fire hydrants for fists.
Yeah. And so
just beats the brakes off guys.
I keep going back to Simon Nemec because apparently New Jersey and him are very far apart. He wants to make over 10 from what we've heard. I mean, listen, I don't blame him. I also want to make over $10 million.
You know what? So do I.
So
you're right.
I'd put that ask in.
I got it.
But I think what it is like, okay, so that you trade from a technical strength to address a weakness. The left side, he's playing left, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you've got
Nemec?
No. Nemec is a righty, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Nyes?
Nyes, is he?
He played both wings.
Plays both. Because here's the thing, I'm worried about the one side of the Leafs. I want to have a look at the depth chart here because if you bring McKenna in, he's going to be a winger, and I believe he's left. Is he not?
Yes.
So you got Cowan, Nyes, and then McKenna on the left side. On the other side, you have Nylander and probably blank space right.
Would have been Domi, but
yeah. So
no, Domi's the center.
I'll kill you.
You love that.
I'll fight.
Domi, second line
I'll
center.
fight you to death.
I think.
I don't know. Jim Hiller really likes Domi at center.
Adam, get ready to learn Michelli's, buddy. I'm telling you.
All I'm saying is
Michelli has a spot in that lineup. You're working it out.
Yeah, that's a heavy left side. But none of those guys are like Mitch Marner who could drive his own line. The Leafs never let him. But on a winger driving their own line.
He never did, though.
He never did. Nyes is not going to do that. Cowan's too young. McKenna's too young. So if you're going to go left wing in the draft and we assume McKenna will be on this team, well.
So you think McKenna might make Nyes a little more expendable?
Listen, you're not going to have a perfect hockey team in a cap era.
Mm-hmm.
So,
unless you're the Hurricanes.
Unless you're the Hurricanes, which is as close to perfect as you can get.
Yeah.
And people are so upset about it.
Yeah, they are.
Upset about it.
So you need to address 2C, right?
You don't like because you're out on John Tavares.
I'm Tavares either. Here's what I think they can do.
I think just C.
Tavares.
Yeah. Address C.
You could address C. I think Bo Grew is their fourth line center next year. I think if Scott Lawton's available, you look at that.
Sure.
But I think Tavares in the top 6 moving over to the wing, if you've traded Nyes, that gets you hopefully big defensemen, maybe 2 that you need. I'm not talking about big physically. I'm talking about puck movers who are top end.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you get like this guy kind of stinks, but he's a good 6-7 guy. And wow, defenseman.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go and you get Vinny Trocheck somehow. Because they're interested.
What kind of Star Wars ass somehow Palpatine return plan is that?
I think
one problem with Tavares on the right side is he's a left shot, and they already have so many problems with the amount of left shots they have on their roster.
Okay, so you play Tavares on left wing maybe, or do you just play him as third line center? Because I like him there too.
I think he can still play center.
He's too good.
Yeah.
But is he? But okay, I get that he's too good. You guys in the playoffs 2 years ago, he looked slow. You got to remember that we're building for the playoffs and 82 games of John Tavares.
What,
and
he's third line center and he just wins you faceoffs?
That's he wins you faceoffs and gets you depth scoring, which you've never had. And you got young guys coming in.
Bill Jordan Stahl in the aggregate.
Exactly, with more scoring.
Yeah.
Like, why not? That gives John Tavares sheltered minutes on the third line where he can tear it up, play with young guys. Maybe he makes Dakota Joshua a much stronger player again.
I like him. I don't
like
know
him
why
too.
I like him more than everyone else, apparently.
I don't think anybody has a problem with that because if John Tavares is on the 3 seed, that means you went out and got a 2 seed.
That's
And,
what
like,
I'm saying.
who's complaining?
Brooksy.
Well,
Okay, but like, who is that?
not
Is
necessarily.
that just out there?
And
Do the
who he
Flyers
currently
have
plays
any
for?
other players no one's ever heard of that they could trade?
Or if it's Nyes, do you trade him for the second line center that you need who's like not Dylan Larkin because he doesn't want to come to Canada, but someone who is very, very good like that. And then do you go back up the Brinks truck for Darren Radish? Because Darren Radish can be had for giving up no assets.
Right. The thing about acquiring a 2C and trading Nyes is you're trying to do that perfect dance where you're going after a player who's NHL ready, but you're sending a NHL ready player to this team that doesn't want to take anything off their roster because they're trying to contend and acquire a Matthew Nyes.
Yeah, and who's got too many centers that they're like, I got to get rid
Exactly.
of this guy. Yeah, you're
Oh,
right.
man.
You're
Trying
right.
to
Yeah.
dump a center on Toronto.
Please get rid of him
Yeah.
for me.
My
Except
lobster, too buttery.
Except for
My-
New York.
Oh,
No.
well.
Fucking New York hates their own players.
That's what the money's for. Like, that's your job to go do it. It's just where's the trading partner?
Hey, did you like the thing you just watched?
Was it hilarious?
Was it informative?
Was it me losing my mind?
Possibly.
I did enjoy it, and I will hit subscribe on the SDPN YouTube channel. And I will hit like on this video here. You know what? Like it 3 times for every time Canada scored a goal in that first half. What an unbelievable first half. Can I do the red card button? There it is. Red card. Ooh, I can do the number. Let me see. Red card 14. I think it's 14 Homan. Red card. There it is. Red number 14. Thrown out of the match. Qatar just outmatched by Canada in every single way. Jonathan David pots 2 for Canada. And it's the greatest Canadian World Cup game in men's history ever. Just in history. They've never had a World Cup game like this. Canada's never dominated play like this ever. Kyle Larin had the other goal. And we're getting halftime changes. Okay, so we're back from commercial, back from halftime. Who's coming in? Bombito. Bombito's coming into the match. Oh, Garrett Cornelius is coming out. Yeah, I think this is a good choice here. We're getting the defender Bombito back or onto the pitch. It's good. Get Cornelius off there. Let him go chill. Couple Canadians out there, like Derek, have yellow cards, and you don't want Derek to get another yellow, and those double yellows, not good. So, your smart play by Marsh there. Hold on, my stupid clock here needs to reset. Are we going? Are we going? Count up. Start clock. There we go. Here we go. Oh, hold on. Why are we going down? Why are we going down here? Second half. There we go. Second half clock. No. Okay. Complete. Oh, hold on. Oh, no. Match is not complete. Damn it. It says full time. Okay, let's go to second half match. Can we start the clock there? All right, let me get rid of the scoreboard. Oh, second half. Okay. Now can we start the clock? in the second half. Oh, hold on. The scoreboard's going to disappear, and it's going to come back, and we'll be good. Let me see how I do it there. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Okay. I've been struggling this whole second half with the scoreboard, and this isn't great. Go away. There it is. Okay. 46 minutes here. You know the score's 3-0 here. Good challenge there. Throw that one into the box. Nothing doing because Qatar is able to clear it. Super chats. MK Rush says, so glad they've played so well. Alphonso Davies can rest at least one more game. Get him healthy. That is a big thing in this because Jesse Marsh teased that Alphonso Davies might be ready. Davies is, even if he's ready, if this was the final of the World Cup, he could probably play. But there's still a thing with him and Team Canada and Bayern Munich where he's training with a doctor that Bayern has to... Do people call it Bayern? Like, do they short form Bayern Munich? Where Bayern Munich, they're getting the ultimate thumbs up on Davies' health and whether he can play in this tourney or not, because they're not going to risk their millions of dollars of investment here in this player. So there is this weird dance where you're not going to see him at all push it in a match against Qatar. Like, even though Jesse Marsh said that, like, maybe he's available, like, I never thought he would truly play because I never thought they would be allowed to push it for a match like this. And now that Canada's up 3-0, there's no way he plays in this match. And then and then the Switzerland match, who knows how that goes. If Canada's down, I don't think they're going to push him to try and come back. So I think we're going to see him in the knockout stage. And that's when we'll see him, and that's where we'll go. Why do you guys hate Byron? You're going to sit there and tell me that I'm wrong? It's Byron music. Byron music. Alphonso Davies' club team, where he does very well when he's healthy. But when he comes to Canada, he decides to either tear his ACL or injure his ankle or come injured, and then he can't play anymore. It's been like 3 games in 5 years. He plays for Byron music a lot when he's healthy. I don't know what's wrong with my pronunciation. Here's Canada. They should be pressuring all half. Don't let up. I know I said park the bus, but go out and get your runs here. Go out, get your runs. Do your thing. Laren with a ball in the box. Can't get it through Qatar there. Canada here. Gonna get a corner. We are going to get your scoreboard back up for you. Control dashboard. There we go. We're going to go to the second half. We're going to count up to 45. We can count down. Let's do second half, first half, second half. Oh, let's go first half, complete first half. There we go. Count up. And then we're going to refresh this. 6th corner here for Canada. They throw it into the box, goes over everybody. And we have a ball that's cleared. Ahmed's going to take this ball. Oh, Canadian taken down. Yellow? Yeah, that's going to be a yellow. That's got to be a yellow. Oh, medical's coming out and everything. My goodness. Drama here on the pitch. Oh, no. This is exactly what you don't want in these moments. In a game that's... Oh. In a game that appears to be out of reach for Qatar. Oh, this is terrible. No. Oh. Your leg's not supposed to do that. They're bringing out the gurney. The Canada players are devastated there. Yeah, it didn't look like I'm just trying to. They're watching through it on the television screen here, and it didn't look like the worst challenge in the world. Like, it didn't look like it was malicious in its intent fully. But everybody kind of knew as soon as it happened. They're doing a VAR for the red card potentially. Yeah, okay, it is a red card. You're going to have 9 men. 9 for Qatar. That's tough. I don't know I don't know a lot about Kone, about Ishmael Kone, but I like on a human level, this is just awful. He's played tons of games for Canada. I want to look up some of his stats here. Yeah, was at the Copa America for Canada. 5 matches there. Scored a goal in Copa America. 2 matches in the CONCACAF Gold Cup. But Ishmael's done at this World Cup. Yeah, Steven says they won't show the replay because it's an ugly one. Yeah, they don't want to show... Like, I've only seen it the one time. Kone was born in the Ivory Coast. Plays for Canada, obviously. Moved to Canada with his mom when he was 7. And he grew up in Montreal. Played for Montreal for a little bit. I believe played for Montreal in 21-22. 41 appearances for Canada internationally. Oh, there's Kone waving to the crowd. You love to see that. Round of applause for Kone. Oh, my goodness. "24 years old, midfielder. Yeah, red card. Qatar's down to 9 humans on the pitch for them. That's all they're going to get for this rest of this match. But yeah, all you're thinking about is Ishmael here. That's all you're talking. That's all you're thinking about. So let's get this scoreboard back up here for you guys. Let's change this to second half. All right, what time is it there? All right, Canada now facing 9 players. You got to wonder with what you got to watch your teammate go through. You got to wonder what they're thinking. Like, how much are their hearts in it right now? You know, how tough is it if you're a Canadian out there on the pitch and you're just thinking about Kone? You're thinking about your teammate. You're thinking about how devastating that was to watch and how, like, you can't have that happen to you now. Like, you can't have in this meaningless second half where Canada should stomp through Qatar. You can't go out with any type of injury. You got to play it safe. Like, as much as you want to push for a goal, everybody's got to be a little tentative. Buchanan here pushing along the sideline sends one on goal. But you got to think, like, you can't do a big challenge. You can't go for a crazy dive at a ball or anything like that. You're just trying to get to Switzerland. Maybe it's not your mentality. Like, maybe you don't have that in you to just sit back because you're at the World Cup. You are one of the best athletes on planet Earth. You don't have it in you to take a step back. And if you're Qatar, like, I don't blame the Qatari player at all for what they did there. They're playing as hard as they can. They think they can still come back. But from Canada's perspective, where you can just kind of sit back on this thing for the rest of the game, like, you can't risk an injury. Like, it's devastating to go out like that. Anyways, let's get back to the action. Let's get back to the action here. Here's another corner kick for Canada. Some of your chats here. Some of your chats. Sorry, I haven't been in the chat for a while here. Jared amazing point here. This is going to be the biggest victory in Canadian soccer history on the men's side. And I feel like all of the air has been sucked out of this arena. Maybe it was soaked out of the arena too. It's been sucked out of the arena because of the injury. And how can it not be? Jared says, can't let it overshadow how big the result is. This result is, it's never been bigger. That's the reality. It's never been bigger than this. So we will focus on that part of that side of things. You know, that will be our focus here for the rest of this match. Here's a yellow. We're getting more fisticuffs on the ice. Ahmed's down now. A yellow shown to Qatar. They're not. Let me shut up. Let me just shut up. Qatar's not taking any step back. They're doing what they need to do in this game. They are playing how they need to play. That's the reality of it. Canada here. They'll take this free kick against the 9 Qatar that are left on the ice. Sports Doc Chuz says, I don't know if these are on purpose, but I wouldn't blame the Canadian players for being pissed right now. Same. Like, you just saw our guy go down, and we're still getting challenged like this. It's tough. There's a shot! Oh, it's off the post and in! That's number 4 for Canada! Oh! That one is for Ishmael Kone. That one is for their fallen soldier there. What a goal. That's 4-0 for Canada. Oh, they're holding up his jersey. They grab his jersey from the sidelines. They hold it up to the fans in Vancouver. And they pay tribute to Kone, who had to get stretchered off in this match. 4-0 Canada. Let's bring out some of the confetti. Let's bring out some air horns. What a goal. What a goal that is. Oh, there's another chance there. They stole Kone's jersey. Great free kick, says Donna. Oh, scoreboard. Let's see. The clock's not functioning great here, people. We're gonna have to go down in time. We're gonna have to North American this. Time's going down. No more hat trick. The hat trick is off the board here. Are we gonna let Adam Wilde stream again? Is that allowed? If I'm on for the 4-0 Canada drubbing of Qatar. Oh, here we go. Injury here. Goaltender down with a shoulder injury. Uh-oh. So if this score holds, Canada's first place in their group, because they'll pass Switzerland on goal differential or goals for the first tiebreaker. They'll pass Switzerland, and even though they'll both be 1-1, and then there's a Swiss match to determine who's going to be the champion. The wave has started in Vancouver. The wave is going. You absolutely love to see it. Let me add that other goal. There it is, 4-0. I know a lot of people who hate the wave for no reason. I personally love the wave. I think the wave is a good time. Ooh, Sports Talk Chat said goal differential is very important. Goal differential is very important. I hope you entered our contest for the Carolina Hurricanes championship hoodies. We got 3 items to give away, 2 hoodies and 1 tee. Another corner here coming up for Canada. 5? Can we get 5? What's the score in the Marlies game? I can get the Marlies game up too. As soon as this Canada game ends. 2-0? 2-1? The Marlies have a chance to win the Calder Cup tonight. They're up 3-0 in their championship series. Tyson Barnett with the Kone update. Kone injury update. Leg is stabilized. Leg is stabilized. Thank you. Hydration break here. Sorry, this second half has thrown me completely off. I'm going to be honest. Second half's thrown me off. That Kone injury is bad. It's sad. We need to get back to the celebrations here. We need to get back to the celebrations. We need to remember what's at stake here. Oh, 20 minutes. That's not right. Oh, now the clock's being so wonky. Look at this. It started at 20, and then it'll start at 24. Start at 20, and then we need the clock. We'll get the clock straight eventually. Anyways. Wimshy says, why are you hating on the Blue Jays? I'm not hating on the Blue Jays. Blue Jays just swept the Red Sox. Things are looking up. Let's check in on the Marlies action. So, Marlies, Toronto score. Toronto Marlies. The AHL website isn't the best. So they right now. Oh, I can't do like a live view. Okay. AHL.com. I've typed in AHL.com. Nope, that's not the right AHL. AHL hockey. TheAHL.com is what it actually is. So TheAHL.com, it's 2-1 Marlies in the first period. 7 minutes left in the first. Goals have been scored by, so they're just showing shots. Jacob Quillen, assisted by Easton Cowan and Vinny Lettieri on the power play. Second goal is Luke Hames, assisted by Alex Nylander and William Villeneuve. And who scored the goal on the other side of things for the Chicago Wolves? That's Bradley Nede. Bradley scores on the other side. So 2-1 here. Artur Akhtiamov is in goal. He's been on fire these playoffs. Unbelievable. Caden Primo. No way. Caden Primo's been starting for the Chicago Wolves. I haven't been locked in totally, to be honest, with the Calder Cup finals. 16-4 shots on goal. Are you kidding me? 16-4 shots on goal. You are getting your AHL Calder Cup championship updates during the World Cup match. Yes, you are. And I am going to announce our winners for the Carolina Hurricanes championship merch. We have Ryan from Richmond Hill wins some Carolina Hurricanes championship merch. Renosh from Mississauga wins some Carolina Hurricanes championship merch. And lastly, we have Eric from Gloucester winning some Carolina Hurricanes championship merch. Congratulations. You guys are all champions tonight in terms of winning merch. Well done. You have done it. SDPN will be sending that out to you. Make sure to look out into your mailbox very soon for your prize. Thank you, everybody. Gloucester. Eric from Gloucester. Here's a cross that's going to be played out by Qatar. And Canada's going to get another corner. While you are here, can you hit like on the stream? We appreciate every like. We appreciate every subscription. Canada with a corner here. The boot into the box is going to go past almost everybody. It's going to be picked up by Canada near the other corner. They're going to play it back to the top of the box. We're going to have a lot of stoppage time here, I assume, at the end of this. With all of the injuries and all of the things that have gone on in this match. But let us not forget what is at stake here. The first ever World Cup win for Canada. Their biggest World Cup win ever. The most impressive performance by a Canadian men's team ever at the World Cup. We are here tonight to witness history together, and I'm so happy that we could all be here for it. Ishmael Kone's injury does hang over this match, unfortunately. But sometimes you get something that motivates you and pushes you to greater heights. And maybe that's it for this team. They held up his jersey when they put the fourth goal on the board, which was inspiring to see. And maybe his injury will be the inspiration for the rest of the tournament to really allow Canada to do something magical here on home soil as they go for another one. That's an own goal by 26 on Qatar. Canada, number 5, baby! No stopping! There is no stopping Canada. Qatar puts it into the back of their own net. It's 5-0. And this puts Canada in a perfect position. A perfect position here to win the group. The match against Switzerland is going to be, it's now the new biggest match in Canadian history. It used to be this one. That was Schaffelberg, who had a look. Oh, I think he'll have a look there. Yes, he does. Gets it off of the Qatar defender there. The new biggest match in Canadian history will be the game against Switzerland that's coming up next week. An own goal. Oh, things just getting worse for Qatar. I can't believe this is the same team from their first match. Can't believe it. Yeah, so Sports Talk Chud says, at worst, they'll be the best non-top 2 team in any group. I got bigger aspirations than that, yes. I'm thinking 1 or 2 in the group, but yes. Even with a loss against Switzerland, Canada is, I think, assured one of those 8 spots of the 3rd place in the groups. Just with the way this thing is going, they picked up a win, they have a tie, and even if they're 1-1-1, the goals they've scored here in this match guarantee that they'll be one of the teams advancing through those 8 teams that advance for 3rd place teams. That's awesome. That is fantastic. You always thought they were going to get to the knockout stage. It was a little dicey after that game against Bosnia, but this Qatar game cements it for Canada. This is great. It just couldn't have gone better today. The only way it could have gone better is if one of your players didn't break their leg in a gruesome way. That's the only way it would have gone better. Let's be honest here. Emo Jalapeno says, my friend in Vancouver said, it is loud. I've been a little loud for you on the stream here. Canada with another corner coming up. Purple Air says, watch Switzerland win 4-0 against Canada. That is not the right attitude. That is not the right attitude to have. That corner does not amount to a goal, despite so many chances for Canada amounting in goals here in this match. We're around 78 minutes. That's going to be out of play and another corner for Canada. I believe that's off of Qatar there. Thank you for the super chat, Emo Jalapeno. Butcher says they have almost played the perfect game. It hasn't been close. Oh my goodness, the keeper there. He's got to punch that one over the top. Didn't expect that one to get close to going in, but apparently it did. My goodness. All right, so. All right, that time going down is about correct. There we go. At least we got the time counting down to a spot that's kind of correct. That ball is going to be cleared after a good chance for Canada. Remember, Canada's playing with 2 extra people out there. Qatar picked up 2 red cards in this match. They are down to 9 aside. And there's another corner. Just corners galore for Canada. They're just playing out the match here, but they have not stopped trying to score. They've had 13 corner kicks. 9 shots on target. Unbelievable. They have 74% of ball possession so far in this game. In the second half, it's gone up from their first half ball possession of 66 to 86% of ball possession here in the second half. And that includes 85% dangerous attack. In the advanced numbers, Qatar has 0% dangerous attack, 8% just regular attack, and 14% ball possession in the second half. Overall in the match, only 10% Qatar has had dangerous attacks on the board. 75% for Canada, as I mentioned there. Unbelievable run here. Only 1 goal attempt by Qatar, 0 shots on target. So that's 1 shot off target from that goal attempt. 1 corner kick for Qatar. Unreal. Here's a chance. That's another shot on target for Canada. That's saved by the Qatar goaltender. Yes, we have a super chat here with some more stats here. Aho Scova, I got it. It took me a little bit. Aho Scova says shots are 21-2 for Canada. Shots on target 9-0. Butcher 705 says name a more dominant game on the global stage. There hasn't been one. This is the greatest game in Canadian men's soccer history. The history of the program. This is the game. Thank you for your super chat, Butcher. Corey Mueller says Canada has yet to lose while Jesse streams. Question for Jesse. How does it feel being the reason for Canada's success? I wish I held that much power in the universe. I always say it. Thank you for your super chat, by the way. You have earned air horns and a little confetti. Thank you. I always say when things go poorly and people blame me that I do not have that much power in the universe. So when things go well, I can't then also take credit for when things go well. I do not have that much power in the universe. Qatar's goalie is now down, and we will have a little injury time here. We've spent so much of this second half with injuries, watching guys on the field. Sad times for Kone on the field. Sad times for the goalkeeper on the field. A lot of people on the field. But in the midst of that, those injury breaks, we've had really electric moments for Canada. 5 goals in a match. Never done that before. Never even had 2. Never even had 2 in a match. They've gone out and they've delivered on the promise of the program. The 2022 World Cup was a bit of a disappointment in my eyes with how Canada fared there. I expected a little more, but in retrospect, you kind of see a team that overachieved, I guess, with their trip there and how they played in the competition. I wouldn't say they overachieved. They achieved what they should have. They weren't ready, is what I'm looking for. But in this World Cup, it wasn't about just being here. That was not the goal for this World Cup. It was not to just be one of 48 who got a chance to play a couple matches. This was about winning one, making it to the knockout stage, faring well against great international competition, taking advantage of a weaker group, and so far, nearly 2 matches in, Canada has delivered on their promise as a program for this World Cup, and that is fantastic to see. Couple of super chats here. One super chat, I should say. Butcher 705 says, footballers are babies. Drives me nuts. They're not babies. Thank you for the super chat. Babies is the wrong word. It's a part of the sport. It's a different sport than hockey. It's not the same thing. You know, you got to grade it on the curve of what these guys are trying to do out there when they're going down easy on a tackle. It's gamesmanship. I don't hate it as much as other people. I understand the part of the game that it is at this point. There's a good header by Canada that goes straight up in the air. 5 minutes left here. Ridic with the ultimate dad joke. The Swiss flag is a big plus for sure. That is funny. Womp, 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 womp. That's what I want to play. Here's Jonathan David with a look. Oh, he'll have a look off of a Qatar defender. Right off the face, it looked like. Larea here. Oh, here's a chance. Can we put up 6? No, that ball's going to go out of play. And we're going to get a corner here. We're going to get a sub. Who's coming in? Oh! That was like there's a big applause for the sub, and it's not a sub for Canada. Christine Sinclair in the building, the greatest soccer player in the history of our country. They're just showing her on the screen right now. Christine Sinclair, Canada's best soccer product. Here's a chance. This corner is up in the air. They can't do anything with it. Everybody's onside now. Bombito's trying to win this battle. Can't. Pulls a jersey. It's going to get called there. It's going to be a Qatar ball. Jared says, people underestimate how much damage cleats do. Cleats hurt. Cleats hurt. Guys get side tackled. Cleats hurt for sure. Christine Sinclair back on the screen. Let's go. Air horns for Miss Sinclair. Next Wednesday, Canada will have an opportunity to win the group with a tie, a draw in football terms against Switzerland. A draw wins them the group. I can't believe that. That is unbelievable. They've put themselves into a perfect position with this tournament. As disappointed as we were with Bosnia first half especially, I think it's great that they came out with the draw there. They fought back. And now with this game where it's like, okay, show us what you got. They truly put their foot on the gas and they showed us this is what we are capable of against lesser competition. And now we got to play up to the competition of Switzerland and come away with a draw and win the group. Wednesday is going to be absolutely electric in Vancouver. You can't miss that match. We'll be streaming it here on SDPN. It's an Adam Wild game. I know I got to stream this one and they did so well, and Adam streamed the draw. But all we need is a draw. So hopefully Adam can bring his draw energy to that match. That's all we're asking for, right? Because that wins the group. So all we need is the draw. And hopefully Adam can deliver that just like he did against Bosnia. And I say he deliver that. Team Canada deliver that. Canada is just getting started on the world stage, for sure. Like, this is hopefully the first of one of many great World Cups for Canada. I was talking about 2022 where we didn't pick up a point, and then we got to wait till this tourney to pick up our first ever point. Now we're getting our, I don't want to say it just yet. We got a couple minutes here. We're going to have stoppage time. They'll probably have tons, like 6 minutes. Again, maybe probably more. They still got to call it. 9 minutes. 9 minutes of stoppage time here. So let's get this thing. Oh, why can't you go? There we go. Okay, let's reset to 0. I'm going to throw up. Let me see if I can throw up 9 minutes. The stoppage time. Show stoppage. There you go. +9. Let me see if I can start this clock. No, that's going to run the wrong way. I'm going to run this clock down to like 8 minutes and see if we can time it there. Start clock. No, it's 37 now. Hey, there we go. Okay. There we go. Stoppage time on there. 9 minutes. It's needed. Like half this second half wasn't played because of the injuries that happened, especially the one to Kone. Here's Saliba into the middle. That's goal number 6. That is a hat trick. Jonathan David. Hat trick on the board. Canada can't be stopped. 2 men up. Qatar. They did not show up to the match today. And Canada did not let up in the match today. That is 6 on the board for the Canadians. That one, once again, is for Ishmael Kone. Hat trick. My goodness. We've never seen this. We've never seen this ever out of our Canadians. David pots it. Beautiful goal. Boot to ball. Ball to net. Let's get some Dancing Animal Squad on the screen. And we have super chats here. Emo Jalapeno gifts 1. Thank you, Emo Jalapeno. Please, if you received a gifted membership, say thank you to those who gifted it out. Unreal. Wes Richard gifts 5 SDP VIP memberships. Thank you, Wes. Thank you for tuning in. Still got quite a bit of stoppage time to go here. About 6 minutes of stoppage time here. They added 9 because of all the stoppages. But everybody's taking their time here. No one's really pressing. Canada playing with the ball. They don't really need to do much. Oh, they're getting their runs in here. This is awesome. It's really proving that, you know, when they have the freedom to execute, they can deliver. You want to see teams beat up on lesser competition because it just proves to you can do it. You know, if they stumbled into this match and they came away with like a 2-0 victory, you'd feel good because it's the first win ever. But the fact that they're doing it like this means so much more. You know, it shows just what they're capable of here. David knows how to handle that ball. Kyle Larin can come up clutch whenever he needs to. Like, remember way back when Larin's goal was a big goal? It feels so unnecessary now with 5 more on the board. But remember, that was a big goal. And you're getting a lot of good runs here for the guys who are subs as well, which I love. Jesse Marsh using the full 5 subs that he's allowed to use, which is the smart thing to do. Some of the numbers once again for Canada. Ooh, Ridic, I missed your super chat here. Chew! And I might add, chew! The Canada train is chugging along. JD Atkinson says, Jonathan David playing like Connor McDavid. I saw someone use a Connor McDavid jersey, and they taped over the Mick part of the Jonathan David jersey, of the Connor McDavid jersey, and they just had David and they wrote J, which is so funny. I wish I could find it and bring it up, but I don't have it in front of me. About 3 minutes remaining in the 9 minutes of stoppage time. Here we go. Super chats. Corey Mueller. Corey Mueller's been hanging out. Appreciate you, Corey. Jesse not streaming the Canada Switzerland game is like benching healthy stallers for Samsonov. Cheers from Fort McMurray. I'm on work day 4 of 10, and I hate it here, but this game is helping. Corey, you are doing the tough work. I sit here and I stream and I yap about hockey all the time. You are doing actual hard work, working up there in Fort McMurray. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for what you do. Appreciate the super chat as well. 2 minutes here. We're coming down to the end. Denise says, no one is allowed to pinch anyone right now. Thank you for the super chat, Denise. Here's another chance for Canada. Trying to put up 7. Oh. That's going to be a foul. Can't do that. Calm down. Calm down. Yeah, the ref's telling him to calm down. Canada, relentless, as they say on the broadcast. Not giving up here. They are not quitting on this match. They're trying to put up 7. 1 minute. We're at 8-ish minutes here. 1-ish minutes to go. This is an historic performance for Team Canada. And, you know, a lot of the match was done against 10 opponents and then 9 opponents, but it doesn't really matter. You only play who's in front of you. And they got the Qatar players to commit those red cards. And then Canada took advantage. And they delivered on the promise that is this World Cup. And Qatar just firing the ball out of play. This is it. This is it. We're getting one corner here, and then that's going to be the match. Canada goes out. Is the goalkeeper going to pick up the ball? It's going to be one last goal kick. And then that's the match. There it is. He's calling it. The ref has called the game. And that is the first ever victory for Team Canada at the World Cup. And how fitting that they do it on home soil. They got no wins in 2022. We had to wait 4 long years for this chance once again. And right now I'm sitting here very happy that I waited. Because it got to be done in front of the home crowd in Vancouver. And we got to fight. There's a fight on the pitch. Oh my goodness, chaos. There's a fight on the pitch. Pause the music. The Canadian team is going after some of the Qatar players. The Qatar players are coming back. after the... You got to imagine they're arguing about the Kone injury and how things were handled. Oh, my goodness. It was jubilation, and then it was pandemonium. Let's get back to the celebrating, people. Can we please? Can we please get back to the celebrating? It is full time. It is Canada. It is Canada picking up their first ever win at the World Cup. Thank you for watching this with me. That's a magical evening we had together to literally witness history. Everybody is now gathered on the pitch, knee down, to say a prayer for Ishmael Kone, who left this match with what appears to be a broken leg. In a historic victory for Canada that does loom large over this match, and it is very sad that that had to happen in this environment. But 6 goals. 6 goals, baby. What an afternoon. Sports Doc Chud with the super chat. Canada plus 4.36 expected goals. Is that official math? Someone check that. Highest win ever for a CONCACAF team, says Robert Malloy. Thank you for that stat. I hope the city of Vancouver and I hope the country of Canada, everyone across the country, celebrates this victory here today. But job's not done. Job's not done, fellas. Cut the music. Cut the music. Cut the music. Job's not done. I got to talk to you for a second. Let's get in here. Drop the stupid thing on the bottom of the screen. Get rid of that. Get rid of the scorebook. We got to talk about something. All right. Canada here has gone out and they beat Qatar 6-0. And that means they've put themselves in a position next Wednesday where a draw wins them the group. And that winning of the group is going to set them up even better for the knockout stage. You have an opportunity here that you cannot let go by you. Switzerland is tough competition, but we've already seen them one time in this tourney, in their first match, have a draw. I don't want any excuses out of Team Canada if they don't show up to that game and play well. Now that you've created this opportunity for yourselves, I'm asking you, Team Canada, seize it. You got a whole country behind you and you're on home soil. You can't go out with a whimper and be like, oh, it's okay. We'll get 2 or 3 in the group. We'll win it on goal differential. We put up 6 against Qatar. That's fine. No. Now's not the time to let up. You got to go and step on their throats. You got to put this group to bed. Nobody had you win in this group. They had Switzerland penciled in the whole time. And they faltered. And now you've shown up against Qatar. And you've put yourself in the driver's seat. So get behind the wheel where you are. Continue to have your foot down. And steer that wheel to victory. That's what I'm asking for at a Team Canada on Wednesday. I haven't seen enough. We had the celebration today. Now let's move on and let's make this a program that people respect. Let's not be the 3rd place host nation here behind Mexico and the United States. Let's not be looked at as one of the bottom 30 of these 48 countries in this World Cup. Let's get some respect in the biggest sport on planet Earth, on the biggest stage of the sport in your home country. That is what I want against Switzerland next Wednesday, and SDPN will be streaming that game once again. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being here. This has been a blast to witness history with you all. I'm so happy that this game went this way and we got to see 6 on the board for Canada. It is a magical evening for Canadian sports. This is once in a lifetime. Once in history, we will never see the first World Cup win for Canada ever again. This was it, and we got to see it together. Thank you for being here. While you're exiting, hit like on the stream. Please hit like on the stream. Prayers up for Ishmael Kone. We pray for just the mildest of injuries. Hit subscribe on the channel if you really like it. Thank you. And that's it. Good night from Toronto. Go Canada.